Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Schluntz Gym on the campus of Brookline High School in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity boys volleyball contest in a battle of warriors between the visiting Warriors of Wayland High School and the hosting Warriors of Brookline High. And it's a special day for the Brookline High Warriors as today, we had a brief disconnect there, but it looks like we're back here. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. Hopefully our connection is strong out here today. As I was saying, today a special day for the Brookline High Boys Volleyball Senior Class of 2025. That class featuring Alon Ingerman, Andrew Bacon, Adam Lamb, Connor Christopher, and Captain Kristaps Vivars. So this should be a fun one here today. Sorry about that. As I was saying, this should be a good one here. So as the team's going through their warm-ups, according to the scoreboard clock here at Schluntz, we got a little over 6 minutes before, before we get this one underway. And so let's go through the rosters for the two teams coming into today. We'll start off with the visiting Wayland Warriors. They just finished their warm-ups. Wayland coming into this one with a record of 12 wins and 7 losses in the most recent MIAA Division II power rankings that came out this morning. Wayland was ranked 3rd in Division II. So a lower division, but a high-ranking lower division opponent here that Brookline is facing, one of the strongest programs in the state. Going in order of jersey number 4, Wayland. Whoops, just kicked my camera a bit. As I said, going in order of jersey number 4, Wayland. First off, we have a sophomore wearing either number 1 as the libero or number 14 as a defensive specialist, Mason Lee. Next, a senior captain. He'll either wear number 2 as a libero or number 8 as a defensive specialist, Liam Frenzel. Next, a senior captain, co-captains with Frenzel, and one more. Number 3, Cooper Zarametta. Next, a junior number 4, Dylan Engelhart. A sophomore number 5, Varun Bukhanwala. A senior number 6, Zachary Thone. A junior number 7, Matt Ross. A junior captain, number 9, Finn Bell. A sophomore, number 10, Zachary O'Donnell. A sophomore, number 11, Will Conley. A sophomore, number 12, Eli McHugh. A junior, number 13, Max Walsh. A sophomore, number 15, Jake Perlman. A freshman, number 16, Alex Perlman. A sophomore, number 17, Brennan Smith. and a sophomore, number 18, Aiden Curry. The coaches of the Wayland High boys volleyball team are Philip George and Andrew Bliss. So that's the roster for Wayland. Now let's take a look at the team that's currently warming up on the floor, the home team, Brookline High Warriors. Going in order of jersey number for Brookline, first off we have a senior captain number 1, Kristaps Vivars. Next, a sophomore number 3, Kais Al-Fakuri. A senior number 5, Alon Ingerman. A senior number 7, Andrew Bacon. A junior number 11, Christoph Huang. A senior number 12, Connor Christopher. A senior number 17, Adam Lamb. A junior number 18, Zach Spencer. A junior captain number 19, Alec Smagula. A sophomore number 20, Luca Galucci. A junior captain number 21, Amir Tomer. A junior number 23, Flynn Gumpel. A freshman number 24, Will Kiger. A junior number 26, Sebi Levy. A sophomore number 46, Henry White. A sophomore number 50, Jacob Lamb. A junior number 86, Noah Martin. A freshman number 88, Luis Suarez. And a junior number 99, Liam Raybold. Head coach of the Brookline High boys volleyball team is Lexi De La Cruz, with assistant coaches Justin Suhu, Julian Vesneski, and Greg Detweiler. So those are the rosters as warm-up time is wrapping up here. And we'll soon get the start of this ball game, this best of 5 sets match. First to 3 sets wins. For the sets, first to 25 points, must win by 2. And then if they go to a 5th set, tied it to a piece, that 5th set would be first 15, win by 2. This is the first time these two schools have faced off in 2 years. In 2023, they faced off in Wayland, with the Wayland Warriors getting the win 3-1 over Brookline back on May 15, 2023. Now here we are on May 23, 2025. And we'll see how things shake out here today as the pregame handshakes come out. Remember, folks, if there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat, particularly if you'd like to shout out any of the seniors for Brookline today, as they are honored here on Senior Day. My guess is they'll have some kind of Senior Day ceremony after the match today, as they did not have one before. So we'll stick around after the match for that one. And as always, like I said, I encourage audience participation in the live chat. Can be anything as simple as Go Warriors, shout out to a specific player, let us know where you're tuning in from, or, you know, if there's any technical difficulties with the live stream, or if I'm messing up the pronunciation of any names. Brookline coming out with a starting lineup comprised mostly of senior players. All 5 seniors out there: Kristaps Vivars, Alon Ingerman, Andrew Bacon, Connor Christopher, and Adam Lamb, the libero for Brookline here in set number 1. The lone non-senior, the setter and junior co-captain, Alec Smagula, out there with his senior teammates. For Wayland, I see number 3, Cooper Zarametta. I see number 14, who is Mason Lee. On serve now is number 9, Finn Bell. And here we go. Bell's serve goes into the net. Brookline gets a free point to start. Rounding out the starting lineup for Wayland, I see number 10, Zachary O'Donnell. Number 2, Liam Frenzel. And number 4, Dylan Engelhart. On serve for Brookline is number 7, Andrew Bacon. This serve is received by Zarametta, set there by O'Donnell. A tap over is received by Liam Raybold, set by Alex Magula. The spike from Kristaps Vivars to start us off. And the chant of "He's a Laser" coming out for Vivars as he collects his first kill of the day. Alex Magula, the setter, with his first assist. Bacon, the serve. It is dug out by Zarametta, set by O'Donnell. The spike is off the blocker's hands and could not be dug out. First kill of the day for Wayland comes from Dylan Engelhart. Assist by Zach O'Donnell. 2-1, and Mason Lee on serve for Wayland. Serve received by Christopher and tapped down on 2 by Alex Smagula. That initial receive might have been further out than what Smagula was anticipating, but good reaction there to get the kill. Connor Christopher with his first assist. Now Smagula, the serve off the ceiling, and that's going to be an ace for Alex Smagula. Smagula already with 1 assist, 1 kill, and 1 ace as that one bounced hard off the ceiling. But he sends this one into the net. 4-2, the Brookline lead here in set number 1. On serve now is Dylan Engelhart. Engelhart sends it over, dug out by Christopher, bumped up by Smagula, spike by Alon Ingerman. It is chased down by Lee and pushed over, but it's off the ceiling. That's an illegal hit. Not a full kill for Ingerman, but a good spike there to force the difficult sequence there for Wayland. Now Vivars on serve. His serve is going to go for an ace. Powerful shot there from the Latvian laser. As another one takes a harsh bounce off the ceiling off a Brookline serve. This serve is received, sent over on 2 by O'Donnell. Not dug out. They're going to call the illegal underhit on Smagula as Zach O'Donnell with the on-2 dump off there gets his first kill. Liam Frenzel with the assist there as he dug that one out. O'Donnell sends the serve into the net. Wayland struggling with their serves early as Brookline goes up 7-3. The libero, Adam Lamb, checking back in along that back line in place of Raybold as he will go on serve here. This serve is received by Zarametta, set by O'Donnell. Zarametta sends the spike and gets the kill. First kill for Cooper Zarametta. Second assist for Zach O'Donnell. Zarametta the serve, dug out by Lamb, set by Smagula. Ingerman the roll shot, diving dig, set up by O'Donnell. The spike there is deflected, taken by Lamb, set by Smagula. Now Christopher the spike, too far. Might have been hoping for a deflection there, but did not get it. Zarametta back on serve. And that one's going to fly wide as Wayland's struggles with their serve consistency continue here. Another senior for Brookline, Alon Ingerman, going on serve here. This serve received awkwardly, but bumped up by O'Donnell. Alex Perlman pushes it over, taken by Smagula, bumped up by Lamb. Christopher's spike this time gets through for the kill. First kill for Connor Christopher, and a good assist from Adam Lamb, forced into the passer's role after Alex Smagula took the first hit, and he executed that pass perfectly. Ingerman's serve, just wide, going down the line. Nine to 6, we got our first note in the live chat from Marsha Buchanan and Ed. Hello from Naples, where it is hot and sunny. Good luck, Warriors and Alex Smagula. Frenzel sending over the serve, taken by Lamb, set by Smagula. Christopher delivers again. Connor Christopher doing a good job getting that downward trajectory so that even though it goes off the blocker's hands, they're not getting it back over. Second assist of the day for Smagula. Christopher's serve, received by Zarametta, bumped up by Frenzel, and Lee forced to send a long roll shot, taken by Christopher, set by Smagula. Vivars deflected, taken by Frenzel. O'Donnell sets it for Lee. The spike deflected and dug out by Christopher, set by Smagula. Spike Vivars gets the kill. Great defensive reaction by Connor Christopher to get that sequence started. And then Vivars did what Vivars does, fired another laser and got his second kill of the day. Smagula his third assist. Serve Christopher, taken by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell. Spike by Engelhart, could not be blocked. Dylan Engelhart with his second kill. Third assist for O'Donnell. 11-7, the Brookline advantage as Finn Bell going on serve here for Wayland. Bell's serve sails long. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit perfectionist about the angle of the camera. Back on serve for Brookline is Bacon. Serve off the fingertips of Zarametta, chased down by Frenzel and bumped over by O'Donnell. Received by Bacon, set by Smagula. Spike Vivars is sent back over on one. Received by Ingerman, set by Smagula. That spike, it gets the kill for Liam Raybold as he got the deflection. Raybold with his first kill of the day there. Smagula, fourth assist. Brookline gradually building up their lead. They're up by 6, but Bacon sends that serve into the net. Mason Lee's serve, taken by Bacon, set by Smagula. Ingerman the roll shot, taken by Lee, set by O'Donnell. Engelhart blocked back. I think that one might have been Smagula, but I'm not sure. Let's check out the replay here. It was either Smagula or Raybold. And I'm going to say it was Smagula on that one. Just making my best guess off the replay there. Smigula now with numbers in 4 different stat categories here as he goes on serve, but sends it into the net. So far, Smigula with 4 assists, 1 kill, 1 ace, and 1 block. Checking in now for Wayland, number 13, Max Walsh. As Engelhart, the serve, received by Christopher, set by Smigula. Rabel, the quick spike. Great reaction there by Smigula and Rabel to deliver again. Can see Rabel almost kind of waiting before the jump there, able to time that well. You almost typically want those passes to come while the guy's already in the air, but Smigula and Rabel have such great timing that they can adjust it like that. Beautiful serve by Vivars. Put the top spin on that one for his second service ace of the day. He can hit you with the fastball and he can hit you with the curve. And launches that one too far. In the live chat, we got someone tuning in to watch Vivars all the way from Riga, Latvia. Mother of the Latvian laser himself, Annette Pajust. My apologies if I messed up the pronunciation there, but saying let's go Brookline and Kristaps Vivars. This serve received by Bacon, set by Smigula. The spike from Alon Ingerman is too far. 16-11 now. O'Donnell on serve for Wayland. This serve taken by Christopher, set by Smigula. Raybold barely gets it through the blockers for the kill on that one. Liam Raybold performing strong out of the middle. He's got 3 kills so far in this third set. Smigula with 6 assists. Serve from Lamb, chased down by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell, tap over. And they get it. I believe that was Max Walsh with the tap over there for the kill as O'Donnell picks up his 4th assist. Zarametta sending it over. Received by Vivars, set by Smigula. Ingerman spike deflected, chased down by Zarametta, set by O'Donnell. Lee, the roll shot deflected, could not be dug out. One of those hits where the blockers actually kind of backfire there. You can't tell your blockers, not to try and block, which can make those moments so annoying when the block actually hurts rather than helps. Zarametta sends that one into the net, 18-13. Now Ingerman sending it over for Brookline. They lead by 5. Serve received by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell, tap over by Walsh, received by Smigula, bumped up by Lamb. Christopher the spike, dug out by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell. Roll shot Zarametta, taken off the deflection by Ingerman, chased down by Smigula. Christopher the spike, deflected and taken by Frenzel, set now by O'Donnell. Spike Lee gets through for the kill. Again, Mason Lee, not the most powerful hits here, but he is controlling the angles well to get those bad deflections off the blocker's hands. He picks up his 2nd kill. And O'Donnell his 6th assist. Frenzel, the serve, received by Christopher, set by Smigula. Christopher flies, sends it down the line and misses wide. Wayland starting to chip away at the lead here with 2 unanswered points. They've cut it down to 3. Frenzel sends it over, taken by Christopher, set by Smigula. Vivars from the back, deflected and chased down by Alex Perlman, set by O'Donnell, pushed over by Zarametta. It didn't get over. I don't think that one got over. Blockers had good coverage, but I don't think that one got over the net. 19-15, Christopher on serve now for Brookline. His serve taken by Lee, set by O'Donnell. Engelhardt sends it straight down. Dylan Engelhardt with his team-leading 3rd kill. O'Donnell his 7th assist. Heading into the later stages of this first set, Brookline with a 3-point advantage, but Wayland staying right on their heels as Finn Bell now on serve. This one dug out by Vivars, set by Smigula. Vivars the spike. And, I think they said some kind of an illegal touch there. Did they give him the kill on that one? That one was a little confusing. Whatever it was, it's Brookline's point, 20-16. Bacon's serve, taken by Lee, set by Frenzel. Lee, the spike blocked back, recovered by Frenzel. Set by O'Donnell. Engelhardt, the spike dug out by Bacon. Battle at the net, won by Lee. But an illegal touch of the net by Raybold gives the point to Wayland. The two teams still trading points back and forth. Brookline still holding on to a slight lead here in set number 1. Lee on serve. Dug out by Christopher, set by Smigula. Vivars, spike deflected, dug out by Frenzel. Bumped up by Lee. Zarametta, the roll shot, taken by Ingerman, set by Smigula. Vivars, the spike deflected and taken by Lee, set by O'Donnell. Zarametta, the spike off the net cord, taken by Bacon, set by Smigula. Vivars, another spike. It's blocked this time by Dylan Engelhardt. And a timeout's going to be called by Brookline as Wayland with a very strong defensive rally that time. Their blockers in good form on that point, getting several deflections that made it easier for the receivers to dig out those spikes, and then ultimately a full block there from Dylan Engelhardt gets them the point. So Brookline, under the guidance of head coach Lexi De La Cruz, going to be trying to see if they can adjust to the strong blocking that Wayland just displayed in that sequence there. It's a 2-point game now here in the first set. Wayland is trailed by as many as 6 here in this first set. Lee back on serve out of the timeout. Received by Bacon, set by Smigula. Vivars the spike, and there's no getting this one here. As despite the multiple touches, I think we can give a kill there to Kristaps Vivars, his 3rd of this first set. 7 assists now for Smigula, and a big answer there. Smigula's serve goes into the net, though. He's missed his last couple. And Brookline cannot afford to give up free points here as their lead is getting thinner and thinner. Engelhardt now sending it over for Wayland. Dug out barely by Ingerman, set up by Smigula. Spike Vivars is dug out by Lee. Set. An illegal double hit on Engelhardt. Sometimes that happens when you're forced to use someone other than your setter for that second hit. 22-19. Brookline 3 points away from winning the set. Wayland 3 points away from tying the set. Vivars on serve for Brookline. Wayland discussing things after that last point. So not sure what they're discussing, if they're discussing that last point, if they're making sure rotations are all in place. Whatever it was, points stay the same, 22-19 in favor of Brookline here in set number 1. Vivars serving now, hoping he can push Brookline to the finish line here in the first set. But his first serve is going to sail long. Again, Brookline faltering on their serves here in the late stages of this first set. Now Zach O'Donnell sending it over for Wayland. This one received by Christopher, set by Smagula. Ingerman the spike, big kill there from Alon Ingerman. The southpaw hitter playing from that right side. He's hit some powerful shots in this first set. Finally gets his first full kill there and at a pretty critical juncture. Serve from Lamb, sent over on one by Frenzel, tapped down by Connor Christopher. 2 back-to-back clutch points from the seniors. First Ingerman and then Christopher, helped out by a good line drive serve from Adam Lamb, the senior libero. As Brookline was having a lot of trouble with their serves, and not only did Lamb get one over, he got it over in a way that forced a bad receive that went over the net on one and put Christopher in a spot to pick up his third kill of this first set. Tied with Vivars and Raybold for the team lead in kills so far. Brookline now with set point. Getting back their form at just the right time. Adam Lamb serving for the set. Serve is dug out by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell. Zarametta the spike, he missed it. Missed it into the net, and Brookline will take the first set, 25-20. Wayland started to put some real pressure on Brookline late in that first set. Never really let Brookline pull away until the very end there. Some clutch points from the seniors helped Brookline to finish out. During this break between the first and second set, I'm going to do something a little different. As today is senior day, we're going to talk about our seniors here with this one. As we got some notes from some of the parents as well as some posts on the team's Instagram account. So first we'll start with number 17, Adam Lamb. Lamb, a libero and defensive specialist. He's a 4-year member of Brookline High Boys Volleyball and a 3-year club player. He is planning to attend my alma mater of UMass Amherst next year for biology and pre-med. He wants to travel the world, starting with a graduation trip this summer to Japan with his friends. And according to Instagram, his favorite pregame snack is Welch's Gummies. So that's a fun one there. Next up, let's talk about number 7, Andrew Bacon. Bacon also a libero. He has been playing volleyball for 6 years. He's played as part of this varsity Brookline High team for 3 years. He's played club 1 year. He is going to college at UMass Lowell next year, so 2 different UMasses being represented, and his favorite pregame snack is Sour Patch Kids. It's a different kind of gummy, a little more spice in his pregame meal. Or his pregame snack, I should say. Next up, let's talk about number 12, Connor Christopher. He's played high school volleyball for 4 years, 1 year on the JV2 team, and then 3 years on varsity. He's played 3 years of club volleyball. He's going to the University of Michigan next year, and his favorite pregame snack, like his teammate Adam Lamb, is also Welch's Gummies. So that's kind of unique. That's kind of fun coincidence there. Multiple guys loving those Welch's Gummies. And then next up, let's talk about Alon Ingerman. Alon Ingerman, a right side hitter. He's played volleyball since 2022. His favorite pregame snack is dried mango. So we got one guy whose favorite pregame snack is not a brand name, and I respect the heck out of that. And then lastly, the co-captain, Kristaps Vaivars. Vaivars has played volleyball for 4 years, is a 4-year varsity starter, has played club for 3 years. He is going to college at Bocconi University in Milan, Italy, which, fun fact, Italy is the reigning world champion in volleyball, having won the 2022 FIVB Volleyball Men's World Championship. And Vaivars' favorite pregame snack is Rice Krispies. So that was some nice fun notes about our seniors being honored here today on Senior Day. Brookline, after winning set number 1, they are hoping to continue things here in set number 2. Andrew Bacon, the first serve. It's taken by Lee, set by O'Donnell. Spike Engelhardt is blocked. Oh, but it's recovered and sent right back over. Brookline setting up a little off the mark, but a tap over by Kristaps Vaivars to clean up the mess there. Chaos for Brookline as they were celebrating the block when Wayland just barely managed to get it over. And the pass from Smagula, a little off the mark in the chaos there, but Vaivars, great hit left-handed reach for the kill. Now a setup here. This block is clean this time, or no, I think they called 4 hits, so they said it never got over. Almost a block from Vaivars, but it went into the net. Bacon's serve, received by Zarameta, set by O'Donnell. Spike Lee, and he sends it too far. Brookline off to a good start here in the second set with a 3-0 lead. The serve taken by Zarameta, set by O'Donnell. Tap by Engelhardt, could not be dug out. Dylan Engelhardt continues to be a strong presence out of the middle for Wayland, as he has got 4 kills. O'Donnell with 8 assists now. Finn Bell going on serve for Wayland. Powerful serve is taken by Christopher, bumped up by Smagula. Roll shot by Vaivars, received by Bell, set by O'Donnell. Tap over by Engelhardt, dug out by Ingerman, set by Smagula. Tap and a forceful tap from Kristaps Vaivars. I swear, Vaivars not only one of the most powerful hitters I've ever seen, one of the smartest. You can see how he kind of redirected that hit when he saw the blockers getting their hands on it, so he could kind of slide it off their hands for the deflection. Serve received by Bell, set by O'Donnell. Engelhardt, the left-handed, tap down as he answers right back. 5 kills for Engelhardt. 9 assists for O'Donnell. Vaivars and Engelhardt tied for the lead in kills between these two teams. Lee with the serve, received by Christopher, bumped up by Ingerman. Roll shot Smagula, diving dig by Bell, bumped up by Frenzel, and spiked right back in their face. Oh, they call a violation on Vaivars for touching the net. Got too overexcited on that juicy chance there and kind of over swings and touches the net. Lee's serve, received by Bacon, set by Smagula. Vaivars, spike deflected, taken by Bell, sent on 2 by O'Donnell. Wayland, after falling behind 3-0, they have tied it up. Zach O'Donnell with his second kill, Finn Bell his first assist. And we're knotted up at 4 apiece. Lee serve off the net cord for an ace. Bacon just a little late, adjusting his feet to the bounce off the net cord there as that one drops in. This serve received by Christopher, set by Smigula. Vivars, he sends that one wide. Bad miss from him that time when trying to avoid the blockers, went too wide. 6-4, the serve received by Christopher, bumped up by Smigula. Ingerman's spike block, dug out by Bacon, but Ingerman overreaches when trying to get that second hit as he goes past that half-court line, and Wayland has outscored Brookline 7-1 in the last 8 points. Lee's serve into the net gives Brookline a freebie, and they get a chance to try and answer back here. Still trailing by 2. Vivars on serve now. And again, he overshoots it. This feels like one of those days where Brookline, being a little nonchalant maybe, practicing some of their more powerful serves, and it's caused them to miss a number of them. His serve off the net cord, but it's taken by Bacon, set by Smigula. Christopher the spike, dug out by Bell, but nobody there. You know, the receive a little wide from Bell, but overall not too bad considering how hard a hit it was. But Engelhardt just kind of lost track of it and could not follow it up as Christopher gets his 4th kill. Smigula his 11th assist. Lamb's serve into the net. Brookline has got to get their serving consistency under control. This isn't like last set where they had the lead and could hold on even without winning their too many service points. They're trailing here. They've eventually got to get on a point streak when on serve. O'Donnell's serve taken by Vivars, set by Smigula. Ingerman spike blocked back, but Ingerman recovers. Set by Smigula. Christopher the push blocked, recovered barely by Lamb, chased down by Vivars, and Smigula opted to go for the roll shot instead of the bump, and that was a mistake as it goes into the net, and Brookline is going to call a timeout with Wayland leading 10-6. Brookline with a bit of a sloppy start to this second set. At first they started out very well, going up 3-0, although that was thanks in part to some mistakes by Wayland. And now Brookline, the team getting a bad case of the errors here. And again, give Wayland credit, you know, their blockers are getting up, getting their hands on those Brookline spikes, giving the receivers a better chance to dig them out. And, you know, if your defense can stay in a point long enough, you give your opponent a chance to make a mistake. And Brookline's been making some mistakes here in this second set. Out of the timeout here. Serve coming from O'Donnell. Received by Vivars, set by Smigula, tapped down by Zach Spencer, and it's dug out wide. Zach Spencer getting some playing time here in set number 2 as he picks up his first kill of the day. Smigula, his 2nd assist, or his 12th assist. Serve Ingerman, received by Zarameta, set O'Donnell, spike Zarameta blocked. Zarameta recovers, but cannot fully recover. Brookline gets the block. Let's see who it was. Might have been Spencer again. No, actually, I think that one was Christopher. This serve drops in for an ace. Alon Ingerman with a great serve there as he cuts the Brookline deficit down to 1. Now this serve received by Zarameta, set, and the spike deflected, could not be chased down. as Max Walsh gets the kill. I think the assist was O'Donnell. I'm assuming it was, which would make it his 10th assist. 2-point lead for Wayland here. Zarameta on serve. Received by Lamb. Bumped up by Smagula. Vivars the spike. Ricochets sideways off the hands as Vivars picks up the kill. And a timeout, as I think we've got a milestone here I wasn't told about. Now a timeout called by Brookline. As we take a look at the replay of that kill by Vivars, his 6th of the day, Smagula's 13th assist. Okay, so I now know what the milestone was. Kristaps Vivars has just broken the all-time Brookline High boys volleyball kill record with that spike there. Connor Christopher, the serve out of the timeout, dug out by Lee, set by O'Donnell. This spike blocked, but recovered by Walsh. Set by O'Donnell. Lee the spike, and it could not be dug out. Mason Lee, his 3rd kill. O'Donnell, his 11th assist. Frenzel serve, taken by Lamb, battle at the net, recovered by Smagula, set by Ingerman. They call Ingerman for the double hit there. We saw that same thing plague Wayland on a point in the first set where, a non-setter is forced to try and set. 13-10, the Wayland lead. Frenzel, the serve off the net court, dug out by Lamb, set by Smagula. Vivars flies. And Vivars continues to build on his record-breaking kill count with another spike there, his 7th today. As Smagula picks up his 14th assist. Bacon now on serve for Brookline. This serve received by Zarameta, set by O'Donnell, awkwardly punched over, and they got it to the back line there. Dylan Engelhart, his 6th kill. O'Donnell, his 12th assist. Engelhart got just enough of the side of that one to prevent an illegal underhit call. Bell's serve into the net. Brookline trailing by 2 here. Smagula's serve, received by Frenzel, bumped up by O'Donnell. Lee, the roll shot blocked, sent over on one by Engelhart, recovered by Smagula, bumped up by Bacon. Vivars sends it to the back, dug out by Zarameta, awkwardly followed up and bumped over by Lee. Taken now by Bacon, set by Smagula. Ingerman the spike, and he could not get it. Not sure if that was a block or into the net. I think that one just went into the net. Sounds like Wayland is celebrating a block by Mason Lee, though, so I'll give Lee the block. Lee now going on serve for Wayland. Off the net court, it's taken by Bacon. Set by Smigula. Tap over by Rabel. Dug out by Bell. Set by Frenzel. Tap over by Zarametta. Received by Smigula. Set by Bacon. Vivars the spike deflected. Taken by Frenzel. Set by O'Donnell. Zarametta the spike. Dug out by Bacon. Tap over by Rabel. Chased down a couple of times and bumped over by Zarametta. Drops in. Zarametta sent that one to the back line on a desperate bump over, and no one from Brookline was covering the back there as they were expecting a shallow hit, and Zarametta picks up his second kill. Lee's serve received by Christopher, set by Smigula. Vivars spike deflected, recovered by Lee, barely followed up by Frenzel. Tap over by O'Donnell, received by Bacon, set by Smigula. Vivars straight down. Hand to hardwood from Kristaps Vivars. His 8th kill. Smigula's 15th assist. Great maneuvering around the middle there. Set up that spike. Vivars sends this one over, taken by Lee, set by O'Donnell. Spike Zarametta, sent back on one by Vivars. Taken by Bell, set by O'Donnell. Pushed over by Engelhart, and it could not be dug out. Dylan Engelhart, his 7th kill, 13 assists now for O'Donnell. Wayland leading 17-13. Brookline running out of time that they might make a comeback. Serve Engelhart, received by Bacon, set by Smigula. Christopher the spike. Too far, no deflection. Tough miss for Brookline there as they now trail by 5 going into the later stages of this second set. Serve into the net from Engelhart there. Brookline has got to go on a run of service points if they want to come back in this one. Adam Lamb going to go on serve. Zach Spencer coming back in to give Brookline some more presence up front as Raybold checks out. Lamb serve taken by Lee, set by O'Donnell. Spike Zarametta could not be dug out. Spike, it's I think from Lee for his 4th kill. O'Donnell his 14th assist. 19-14. This serve taken by Christopher, set by Smigula. Spencer, powerful spike out of the middle. This is looking very similar to that first set. The team that is trailing staying right on their heels, but not able to go on any substantial runs to sufficiently close the gap. Ingerman the serve, and it's an ace. Alon Ingerman with his 2nd ace. Could he start to turn the tide for Brookline on serves as a timeout is called? (19-16). Wayland still ahead. They are 1 point away from that magic threshold of 20 points, which anyone who has watched volleyball, you know there is kind of a psychological effect that can come when a team reaches 20 points, especially if they reach it with, you know, a lead of like more than a point. You know, because it feels like, oh my gosh, my opponent is that much closer to winning, and I need such and such points just to tie them. Every point feels that much tighter, and it can cause the players to tighten up. But Brookline, they're not done yet here in the second set. Alon Ingerman with a nice ace before the timeout. Can he continue with strong serves here? Off the net court, diving dig by Frenzel. O'Donnell, and then a tap over. Dug out by Ingerman, set by Smigula, spike Christopher. Brookline starting to battle back here. They've cut the lead down to 2. 5th kill for Christopher, 17th assist for Smagula. Another serve from Ingerman. From Zarameta, bumped up by O'Donnell. Long spike, Zarameta dug out by Vivar. Set by Smagula. Left-handed tap by Christopher. Perfect spot. Brookline's seniors rallying them back here. 6th kill for Christopher. 18th assist for Smagula. Brookline 1 point away from tying it up. This serve, another ace for Ingerman. What a day on serve for Alon Ingerman. He's been a backup right side hitter throughout his senior season, patiently awaiting his moment, and his moment coming here on senior day. Brookline, I said they needed to find some rhythm on serve. And with Alon Ingerman, the lefty, sending them over. 2 aces, 2 kills by Connor Christopher. And just like that, Brookline has tied this game up at 19. Out of the timeout. Ingerman still serving. Can Brookline take the lead here? The serve received by Lee, set by O'Donnell, punched over by Zarameta, taken by Ingerman, set by Smagula, roll shot by Vars, taken by O'Donnell, cannot be followed up, and Brookline will take the lead. O'Donnell's first touch went straight up and ricocheted hard off the ceiling there, preventing any of his teammates from following that one up as Vivars picks up his 9th kill of the day. And Ingerman mistimes his jump on that one, but what a job he did on serve there, getting Brookline the streak they needed. And now all knotted up at 20. Which team is going to step up and which players are going to step up here to close this one out? Serve Zarameta goes too far. Or, no, it dropped in. Or did it? Wait, whose point was that? Yeah, I thought the officials signaled it to Brookline, but Brookline was acting like they lost the point. Such a good watch by Vivars, he thought it was a bad watch. Serve Christopher, taken by Lee, set by O'Donnell. Lee, the spike deflected, dug out by Christopher, set by Smagula. Vivars, the spike, another hard ricochet off the ceiling as Vivars delivers again. Great reaction on defense by Connor Christopher. And Kristaps Vivars bringing the power on that one for his 10th kill. This serve received by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell. Zarameta, the spike, sails it too far. Brookline closing out strong. They have outscored Wayland 9-1 since they fell behind 19-14. Christopher, the serve, received by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell. Lee, the spike. They say it was deflected. Mason Lee picks up his 5th kill. O'Donnell, his 15th assist. 23-21. Frenzel on serve for Wayland. They are not done fighting here in set number 2. The serve received by Christopher, set by Smagula, barely tapped over by Spencer, dug out by O'Donnell, set by Frenzel. The spike is delivered there. I think that was Alex Perlman. The freshman getting the kill there, as I think that was Frenzel on the assist. A 1-point game here. Things coming down to the wire here in set number 2. Frenzel's serve, received by Christopher, set by Smigula. By Vars, the tap over. Oh, the decision making. Oh, the precision. As Kristaps Vivars picks up his 11th kill. This man's got a fastball, a curveball, and a changeup, as we saw right there. 11 kills for him, 21 assists for Smigula. Andrew Bacon serving for the set here, 24-22. Serve received by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell. Spike, it did get through the blockers. Engelhart answers. Close at the net there, but Engelhart with his 8th kill. 16 assists now for O'Donnell, 24-23. 1 point away for Brookline to win the set. 1 point away for Wayland to force the tiebreaker. Huge point coming up here. Finn Bell to serve. His serve dug out by Christopher. Set by Smigula. Raybold sends it down. Another great defensive play by Connor Christopher, receiving the powerful serve. And Liam Raybold with his 4th kill of the match to give Brookline the second set, 25-23. That one a close one there, but Brookline dug deep and managed to close out strong there. Big shout out to Alon Ingerman, giving Brookline the serving momentum they needed at the time they needed it most. Connor Christopher coming up with several big plays. Kristaps Vivars as well. And then it was the junior Liam Raybold who ultimately got the last point needed. During this break between the second and the third and possibly final set, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight. I'd like to tell you about the Brookline Community Foundation. For over 100 years, the Brookline Community Foundation has been a trusted partner, supporting Brookline by investing in organizations and initiatives that help create opportunity and promote equity for everyone who lives, learns, works, and plays in our community. Among the foundation's many grant programs is the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School, which provides graduating BHS students, you know, kind of like the seniors being honored here today, with scholarships to help fund post-secondary education. Your help is crucial to supporting these Brookline youth as they embark on the next steps in their educational journeys. Visit brooklinecommunity.org or call 617-566-4442 to learn more about the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School and how you can make a difference right here in Brookline. Once again, that is brooklinecommunity.org or call 617-566-4442. All that information is in the description section down below. So Brookline, after winning a pair of close sets here on Senior Day, they are 1 set away from winning this match. Wayland has presented them with a heck of a fight so far, and it's not over yet. Another note in the live chat from Marcia Buchanan and Ed. Good win. Hopefully one more to go. Good job, Jesse. Thank you very much, guys. Brookline finishing strong here. We got a lot of clutch performances in that second set and one historic performance as Kristaps Vaivars became the all-time program leader in kills. Here we go, start of the third set. Serve dug out by Amir Tomer, set by Smagula. Spike Vaivars for the kill. Brookline not messing around here, bringing out a lot of their main starters. As Amir Tomer with a nice dig there. Kristaps Vaivars, his 12th kill, 23 assists now for Alex Smagula. Serve now Smagula, receipt by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell. Spike blocked by Liam Raybould. Some of these juniors stepped back to let the seniors have their moment on senior day, but now that they're back in, they are making their presence very well known. Serve, receipt by Frenzel, bumped up by O'Donnell, roll shot lead, deflected, chased down by Tomer, set by Smagula. Vaivars, the spike dug out by Zarameta, set by Bell, tap over by Lee, receipt by Smagula, set by Bacon. Vaivars, the roll shot, dug out by Bell, but it goes off a ceiling light fixture. Boy, look out there. That's the thing about volleyball. You get those weird setups with the ceiling, different in every gym. Can cause some shenanigans. Oh, miscommunication. Speaking of shenanigans, Wayland got completely lost on that sequence as a timeout is now called by Wayland as Brookline gets off to a strong start here in set number 3. Out of the timeout. So it looks like Brookline has steered away from their senior-only lineup to start this third set with Amir Tomer getting playtime for the first time. Liam Raybould starting out right off the bat. Serve from Smagula, taken by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell. Roll shot Lee, and he missed it wide. You know, I suspect if the regulars here take a big enough lead, we might see some of the seniors coming back out on the floor. Serve taken by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell. Engelhardt the spike, dug out by Smagula, sent over on 2 by Raybould, taken by Bell, set by O'Donnell. Roll shot Lee, received by Vaivars, set by Smagula, spike Tomer, and he sails it. First point of the third set for Wayland. We know they managed to bounce back after a slow start in the second set and ended up taking a lead. We'll see how they respond here. And Lee sends that one into the net. So not a great response there. Certainly not the response Wayland wanted. Vaivars now going on serve. This one dug out, sent over on 1, received by Bacon, set by Smagula. Christopher the spike, and it could not be dug out. Connor Christopher having himself a nice day, 7 kills. Alex Smagula his 25th assist. This serve received by Frenzel, bumped up by O'Donnell. Punched over by Zarameta, taken by Smagula, set by Bacon. Spike by Christopher. Could not be dug out. Back-to-back kills for Connor Christopher, as he's now got 8, and Andrew Bacon picks up his first assist. Vivars the serve, received by Lee, set by O'Donnell. Spike dug out by Vivars, but could not be followed up. That one too close there. Dang it, I don't think I quite saw who spiked that one. I'm sorry about that. 8-2, the Brookline lead. Engelhart on serve. Off the fingertips of Bacon, but chased down by Vivars, bumped over by Tomer. Received there by Engelhart, sent over on 2 by O'Donnell. Read well by Bacon, set by Smagula, spike by Christopher. How about Connor Christopher early in this set, really finding his form. His 9th kill, 26th assist for Smagula. And how about Andrew Bacon with a good read on the on-2 dump off there. Adam Lamb back in to serve, and he sends it too far. Like I said, if Brookline takes a big enough lead, we're going to see more of those seniors. Adam Lamb as the libero might have been part of the normal rotation anyhow. Serve O'Donnell, taken by Vivars, set by Smagula, spike Christopher. Connor Christopher, have yourself a senior day. His 10th kill today. And I don't know if it's a personal best for him, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've seen Connor Christopher get double-digit kills in a match. Checking in now for Brookline is number 23, Flynn Gumpel, getting some playing time in place of Alex Smagula as the backup setter. And he sends his first serve right into the net there. Now going on serve is Zarameta. And might have, I think there was a violation on the rotation there for Wayland or something. The serve went into the net either way, so it doesn't matter what violation was called first. Either way, it's a point for Brookline. But yeah, it looks like they called them for being out of rotation there. Now Brookline on serve, Tomer. That one just a little too far. Tried to go for a bit of a knuckle serve there, had some backward spin to it, and just sailed long. Frenzel sends this one into the net. 3 straight points lost without a serve being sent over. Trading back and forth, and now a couple seniors checking back in for Brookline, Andrew Bacon and Alon Ingerman. Ingerman, one of the big heroes of that close second set. Bacon serve taken by Zarameta, set by Frenzel, tap over by Lee. And Lee with his 6th kill. Frenzel with his 3rd assist. 12-6 Brookline leads as Bell. Now on serve. And another one sent into the net. Out of the past 4 serves that have been hit by these two teams, only one of them actually went over. Now Smagula back in, going on serve. Received by Lee, set by O'Donnell, spike. Engelhart missed it wide. Serve by Smagula, taken by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell, and Engelhart this time does not miss. 9th kill for Dylan Engelhart, 17th assist for Zach O'Donnell. Still a 7-point lead for Brookline as Lee goes on serve for Wayland. Lee's serve, received by Tomer, set by Smigula. Vivars, the spike, it's blocked by Engelhardt. Second block of the day for Dylan Engelhardt. Lee's serve, received by Tomer, set by Smigula. Spike Rabel, dug out by Frenzel, kept alive by O'Donnell. And the spike from Engelhardt. Wayland starting to rally a bit here. Engelhardt picks up his 10th kill. O'Donnell his 18th assist. And when you have a point where you respond that strong, not just defensively, but flowing into the offense as well, that can generate some momentum for a team. Lee's serve, received by Bacon, set by Smigula, spike Christopher, and it cannot be followed up. That pass at first looked a little bit off timing there. You could see Christopher almost a little bit of hesitation on that jump as he kind of had to adjust himself, but managed to get it into a good enough spot to get his 11th kill, with Smigula picking up his 28th assist. Serve now from Jacob Lamb, dug out by Lee, kept alive by O'Donnell, but Engelhardt launches that one too far as Brookline goes back up by 7. 16-9 the score as the younger Lamb brother goes back on serve. Off the net court, it's taken by Bell, set by O'Donnell. Engelhardt blocked, recovered by O'Donnell, bumped up by Frenzel. Zarametta blocked, recovered by Engelhardt, followed up by Frenzel, pushed over by O'Donnell. Barely dug out by Lamb, set by Smigula, punched over by Tomer, dug out by Zarametta off the ricochet. They managed to punch it over, dug out by Lamb, set by Smigula, spike Christopher off the fingertips, can't be followed up. A thrilling rally that time, and Connor Christopher delivers again with his 12th kill. 29 helpers now for Smigula. And some great defense there from Jacob Lamb to keep that point alive, but he misses that serve there. Engelhardt on serve for Wayland. Received by Bacon, set by Smigula, spike Raybold, and he sails that one, no deflection. Engelhardt serve, taken by Bacon, chased down barely by Smigula, roll shot Raybold, dug out by Lee, pushed back over on one by Amir Tomer. First kill of the day for Amir Tomer. And now Adam Lamb checking back in to go on serve, playing alongside his brother here. His serve is received by Bell, set by O'Donnell, spike Walsh, dug out by Smigula, bumped up by Adam Lamb, spike by Smigula, dug out by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell, tap over by Zarametta, diving dig by Smigula, tapped over on two, taken by Bell, set by O'Donnell, spike Zarametta off the fingertips of Adam Lamb, and Jacob Lamb can't keep it alive. Cooper Zarametta with his 3rd kill, O'Donnell his 19th assist. 18-12, Brookline still comfortably ahead. O'Donnell's serve, received by Adam Lamb, set by Smigula, tap over, diving dig, could not be followed up, and it's Kais Al-Fakuri picking up his 1st kill of the day. .30 assists now for Smigula. 19-12. Brookline leads as Gumpel comes back in to go on serve for Brookline. This serve taken awkwardly, and that's going to be an ace for Flynn Gumpel. Just some confusion over who was taking that one. And this serve into the net. But Brookline has already reached that 20-point threshold. They are 5 points away from winning the match. This serve dug out by Lamb. Receipt by Lee, set by O'Donnell. Spike Lamb gets through the blockers. Mason Lee, I might have gotten the names mixed up there in that rally, but it's Mason Lee picking up the kill there, his 7th, and I believe 20 assists for O'Donnell. Serves Arameta, barely dug out by Tomer, bumped up by Gumpel. Long roll shot Ingerman, taken by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell. Lee the spike blocked back. That was either Tomer or Alpha Khoury. I think it was Alpha Khoury, but let's take a look here at the replay. And yeah, I think that was Alpha Khoury. 21-14, Tomer on serve for Brookline. Serve taken by Frenzel, set by O'Donnell. Lee, tap over, taken by Gumpel, set by Adam Lamb. Ingerman, the spike deflected and dug out by Zarameta, set by O'Donnell. Spike is blocked back. I think that was Alpha Khoury again. Kais Alpha Khoury, his 2nd block of the day. Now this serve sent over on 1, receipt by Gumpel, bumped up by Adam Lamb. Long roll shot by Vars, dug out by Zarameta, set by O'Donnell. Lee, the tap over, receipt by Gumpel. Adam Lamb chases it down but sends it over on 2, taken by Alex Perlman, bumped up by Frenzel. Spike Lee gets through for the kill. Mason Lee with his 8th kill. Liam Frenzel with his 4th assist. 22-15, Brookline a little disorganized on that last rally, with a mix of starters and backups in the game. Frenzel serve into the net. Excuse me. Andrew Bacon back in and going on serve and misses. (23-16). Brookline needs just 2 points to end this match in a sweep. This serve from Bell into the net. Back-to-back service errors from both teams, and now the Brookline Warriors serving for the match. And a brief thought for a substitution, but no, they're going to keep Alon Ingerman in the game with no setter to see if Ingerman can finish the match with this serve, and he sails it. They tried to give it to him. They gave Ingerman the chance to finish the match, and now they're going to sub a setter back in. The players on the bench booing it as they wanted Ingerman to give Ingerman a chance to finish the match, but the Brookline coaches are like, no, we need a setter out there. So they sub Smagula back in. Lee's serve is an ace. Received awkwardly there by Bacon. Wayland not done yet as Mason Lee picks up his 2nd ace of the day. Still match point for Brookline. Serve off the net cord, receipt by Tomer, Set by Smagula. Christopher missed it wide. Brookline just 1 point away. They're just struggling to get that last point. Serve Lee, received by Bacon. Set by Smagula. Vivars the spike. And it will end with a hit by the senior co-captain. Kristaps Vivars wins it for Brookline. The final score, Brookline 3 sets, Wayland none. Set scores 25-20, 25-23, 25-19. Vivars picks up his 14th kill for that match-winning point. Smagula his 31st assist. There's probably going to be some kind of senior day ceremony coming up. When that happens, I'll switch over to my camera mic so that you guys will be able to hear everything, well, at least better hear what's going on with that ceremony. But for now, that's going to do it for this match. Final unofficial stats. These are just my own personal counts here. For Brookline, Kristaps Vivars, 14 kills and 2 aces. Connor Christopher, 12 kills, 1 assist and 1 block. Alex Smagula, 31 assists, 1 kill, 1 ace, 1 block. Liam Raybold, 4 kills, 1 block. Alon Ingerman, 1 kill, 3 service aces. Zach Spencer with 2 kills. Kaisal Fakuri, 1 kill, 2 blocks. Amir Tomer, 1 kill. Flynn Gumpel, 1 ace. And Andrew Bacon with 1 assist. For Wayland, I had Dylan Engelhart with 10 kills and 2 blocks. Mason Lee with 8 kills, 2 aces, and 1 block. Zachary O'Donnell with 20 assists and 2 kills. Liam Frenzel with 4 assists. Cooper Zarametta with 3 kills. Max Walsh with 2 kills. Alex Perlman, 1 kill. And Finn Bell with 1 assist. Got one last note in the live chat from Anate Payust saying, well done, Brookline. Thank you, Jesse. My pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the stream and hope you got to enjoy seeing your son etch his name into the Brookline High volleyball history books, as one of his kills today did give him the all-time kills record for Brookline High boys volleyball. Well, we're going to stick around on this. We're going to stick around here because I assume there's going to be some sort of post-game ceremony for Senior Day. But I do want to say thanks to everyone who tuned in for this game. If you enjoyed this broadcast, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to go down below to the description section of this video where you can see the link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Community Foundation, where you can find out more about the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School and a lot of the other great grants they have to serve the community. And further down in the description section, you can see some links related to me that you can also spot in the bottom right corner of your screen there. My personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that, you can email me directly with any questions, requests, or comments you may have. And don't forget to follow me on social media on Instagram and Facebook, where I post highlights from previous live streams. And again, we're not quite done with this live stream just yet, as I don't know if there's going to be some sort of Senior Day ceremony afterwards. I'm going to actually take off my headset for a sec, go down the steps, and see if I can ask somebody if there's a ceremony coming up. One sec, folks. All right. All right, folks, I just had it confirmed by assistant coach Justin Suhu that we are going to have some kind of senior day ceremony in a bit. So I'm going to stay live here. We got another note from Lynn Forgus saying, thanks, Jesse. And again, I'm making my first guess on pronunciation, so I might be getting them wrong. You know, feel free to correct me. You guys know I actually love being corrected on name pronunciations because it helps me know I'm getting them right. But certainly a fun day, and for all of you junior parents that might be tuning in, you know, you might get it. You know, this will be your situation next year, as your kids will be competing in their own senior day just 1 year from now. And how crazy is that? All right, while we wait, I'm going to switch over for now to my camera mic and then just wait for things to get going. You know what? Actually, not yet. For now, since we got some time, let's take some time to actually talk about the seniors. I'll give some of my own personal notes, so then when the ceremony's over, we can wrap it right up. So let's talk about the seniors for the class of 2025. We'll start with number 17, Adam Lamb. You know, Adam Lamb, one of those guys, he's been on the bench for most of the year, hasn't gotten a ton of playing time, but I'll tell you, I hold a world of respect for those guys that manage to keep their maturity and poise, you know, and wait for their time, you know, during long periods of sitting on the bench. You know, anyone who's been a high school athlete knows that, you know, it's so easy to get impatient. You want to get out there. You want to play. You're on the team because you love playing the game. And, you know, to be able to, you know, to keep that poise and stay active as a part of the team, stay active as a part of this team's community and all of that, you know, to me really says a lot about a kid. And so I give a world of credit to those backup players for that. And I think Adam Lamb is a great example of that. Not only, you know, some other younger players, even his younger brother, you know, tending to get a little bit more playing time in this one, and yet it's not like you don't hear any problems coming from this kid. Again, the maturity and the poise speaks a lot. He got a chance to play today. I thought he did very well as the libero today. You know, sent in some, you know, good serves, made some good passes in sequences where the setter got the first hit and the libero's got to step up in those situations. May have only ended up with one assist today, but I thought he had a very solid performance along that back line for the Warriors today. So shout out to Adam Lamb. Next up, let's talk about Alon Ingerman, number 5. Ingerman, another guy like Lamb who's spent a lot of time on the bench, hasn't gotten as much playing time, you know, but again, when his moment came, and his moment really came today, he stepped up in such a big way. He's had other, you know, matches throughout the year where he's gotten a chance to get a little more playing time, and he's made the most of his playing time, picking up a number of kills. But I think today was really his magnum opus, particularly that sequence where the team was trailing by 4 in that second set. He was going on serve. They were getting into the later stages, and like I said, you know, Wayland was just 1 point away from that magical threshold of 20 points, and Brookline was 4 points behind, and they end up getting 5 straight points with Ingerman serving, including 2 really nice service aces, 2 out of the 3 service aces he got today. He was so huge for Brookline in that moment. Oh, 1 second, folks. Sorry about that. As I was saying, Ingerman, I think, had one of the most clutch performances of this senior day match. So he's made the most of it. And you know what? You got to give credit to anybody who's able to develop as a lefty. You know, any other of my fellow, as someone who hit lefty in tennis, I know that, it can be sometimes a little bit harder as a lefty to grow and develop your game because you're having to receive instruction from your coaches backwards. Because simply by the law of averages, the vast majority of your coaches and your peers are all going to be right-handed, and you're out there playing in basically the mirror dimension as a lefty. And so it can take a little bit of extra effort to develop your game, and give Ingerman credit. He has developed his game a lot, and you know what? If he wasn't on one of the strongest volleyball programs in the state of Massachusetts, with his ability, he could be a starter in a lot of other good programs. You know, he just kind of gets buried behind some very high-level hitters on a strong Brookline High boys volleyball team. But I give him a lot of credit for taking the playing time that he has gotten this year and really, really making the most of it, especially today. Shout out to Alon Ingerman. Next, let's go into some of the regular starters for Brookline. We'll start off with Andrew Bacon. Andrew Bacon, his first year as the starting libero, and his first year in the starting lineup this year, and he has adjusted to that perfectly. He's made a number of great defensive stops, a number of great digs, some really nice passing, whenever it's a situation where Alex Smagula got the first hit, and now the team has to scramble a bit. Bacon has consistently been a stabilizer in those more improvisational kind of points where the second hit can't be taken by the guy you want taking that second hit, and he's picked up a number of nice assists there. He has really stepped into that role in a big way, and Coach Justin talked with us before during that Walpole match about how all of Brookline's liberos are typically they start as hitters, or some of their hitters might start as liberos or vice versa. But my guess is a lot of them start as hitters, and then they realize they have a knack for playing along that back line. And while their hitting isn't quite there to be able to take a starting spot as an outside hitter, their defensive game is strong enough to take that libero spot, and that has been the case for Bacon. He has stepped up in such a big way and been such a big part of Brookline's defense. Give him a world of credit. This is the fourth straight year that Brookline has had a different starting libero, and they've made that transition look so seamless, and Andrew Bacon has been another name to add to those seamless transitions at the libero spot. Shout out to Andrew Bacon. Next, let's talk about Connor Christopher. Christopher, it was mentioned before, played 1 year in JV2 and then made an immediate leap to varsity as a sophomore, and he has really grown his role year over year. Started as kind of, a backup, sort of similar to the spot that Ingerman's in now, where he would only get playing time, in less close matches and things of that nature. Took advantage of the playing time he got. Last year, he made a big step up into the team's starting right side hitter, and his development in that right side hitter spot has been so much fun to watch. He has really upped his game. Right side hitter can be such an undervalued position because that outside hitter spot is your top hitter, but those complementary hitters on the right side and in the middle, they're the ones that help to open things up both for themselves and for the outside hitter. If you don't have a good, consistent right side hitter, then the defense is just going to swarm your outside hitter, and it doesn't matter how good he is, he won't be able to get anything going if he doesn't have that support. And Connor Christopher has grown in such a big way in that supporting role on the right side, and today really was his magnum opus. 12 kills, 1 assist, and 1 block today. Like I said before, I don't think I've ever seen a match where he got double-digit kills. He really got a chance to shine and an extra role today, playing a lot more on the left side as well as on the right today. He stepped up in such a huge way. Shout out to Connor Christopher. Looks like the ceremony's about to start, so I'll wait until it's over before I talk about the last senior Kristaps Vivars. Lord knows with all that he has done, I could talk for a million years about what he has meant to this program. But for now, I'm going to switch over to my camera mic in anticipation of the coaches taking over with their speeches. So I'll be back.
I feel like it's easier to be part of that. They're back and forth to make it also. You guys hear me? First of all, on behalf of all the coaches, I want to say thank you for not just coming here today, but for most of the season I saw you guys here. It really makes our job easier when we get to the support today. So we really appreciate it. Because we're not only having our match, but we're honoring 5 outstanding seniors that we got. I will but honestly, the dedication and leadership and skill that you guys brought have been instrumental for our success. Your passion has inspired me to even coach better. Every time I come here, you guys, I don't know, it's just infectious. You guys love volleyball, you guys want to stay in the sport. All you guys, I'm really proud of you, and I wish you the best of what's coming. All right, so for those of you who don't know my history, this is my 18th year as a part of the Brookline Volleyball program. 6 years as a volunteer, and now my 8th year coaching. And it's really easy to take things for granted when you've been part of something for so long. But I'm super grateful to be able to give something about these 5 seniors. They've made this year really, really special. They've all contributed hugely to the success of our program over the years. Whether it's Adam, he's been a regular down for what the past one looks like. He's been an anchor of my JV teams for the previous 2 years. Or whether it's Bacon, who's been our do-it-all player who started out spinning. He played Bill today. He's a libero. He can set when he needs to. He does a little bit of everything. Alon, who's going to bring fun energy, our fun energy, and a lot of enthusiasm to practice the games. Serve it, blitz on the floor, so you can really get the ball from the party. CC used to annoy me as a freshman, but you grown as a huge leader. You can throw the ball, you're a big leader on the court, you're always fun. Our official kill leader with 700 balls. My head, but the previous leader was 718. So especially considering you started out in the middle, then you went the right side and the outside. There's a lot of difference in logging for all those positions, but it's been a blessing working with all of you guys, and I wish you a lot of so some of the players have some. We're trying not to keep saying this here. Basically, each senior picks someone on the team who has speak and short thing about them. I guess I'm the first. And I got MVP. I used to think about passion in sports. I thought it meant being loud, shouting, jumping, frisking, hitting. That's what I did. But what Bacon taught me a different way to feel about the sport. The rest of it were all positive today. You did try to fight it. You shouted why, at first, I thought it was tendencies, and stuff like it, and just didn't care. That's what Bacon is one of the most passionate people on the team. He shows it on the bench as well as on the court. Don't get me wrong, his team can get fired. I've heard his reality story. Emotional intelligence he has to see all of his connections and tries to know the truth of what he do. It's truly what it means to get to the team. There's so much for him to tell you guys. Leadership, days. Somehow we would love these things. We're both very new and we've done better than that. At the time, I just asked I couldn't ask her. I remember one tournament elimination game. I think this was the past it was a close enough goal I think that really sums up the sums up the person. You go through basketball because of the field of what it is about travel to take this out of the fact that the stadium is very spacious, but it's small, it's flashing, it doesn't play the field speed. I wrote my speech for choir. Dear God, I want you to know that 3 years ago I got to know you really well. I wrote that you can handle. I truly believe that you're a great advisor on what to do and you're not one as a whole. You're loud and energetic, and most importantly, you're always on your back. Better than any teammate you've ever had, you are genuinely an honest human with a love for humanity. Your cheerfulness and passion makes every single person around you play better and count at a time. Something I really admire about you is the fact that you will always give it your all and find a way to get over and to go down. But in the moment, there's no time for you to make excuses. Make routines while failing, but just figure it out and always do it my system. The energy is way to everything is like it. Before that, I still that you could have as a player, pick the team better like a team. You find ways to connect with every single guy on the team, and just when they need a boost, you can find a smile, the run, and remind us that being on the team is way beyond the wins and the losses. It's a community and the knowledge you build around the world. From good experience, you got to against all of us. I wholeheartedly believe that this is what we have close to where we are right now without you. You hold us all together. Beyond this team and beyond this world, I really just want to say how much I appreciate you and your experiences. You're always willing to talk about anything and everything. Every time I see you, all the fun memories of one. It's hard not to laugh and reminisce about one time when you played volleyball with me and like in that way that we all enjoy. You should be super proud of me if you know that. If I'm being honest, it's going to be really weird not having a guy next to you that's fantastic and I can have a lot of stuff. Thank you for everything you do for me. I love you back. say that. Chris is the best volleyball player to ever come through Brookline. Watching him play is something special. What means even more to me is I get to set him. I got to be a part of his journey. Setting Chris is every setter's dream. He can work with anything, never complains, and is always positive. And yeah, he can also bounce a ball on the ceiling, which is pretty cool. Even though Chris makes it look super easy, I know how hard he's worked for. He's worked countless hours in the gym, extra reps after practice, works harder than anyone I know. In addition to being a phenomenal volleyball player, he's also an amazing teammate and an even better friend. He's the person who always has your back, the person who's willing to help with anything, even my Spanish language. And he's the guy who will drop whatever he's doing to talk about that day, big decision, or just life in general. No matter what, he shows up, not just for the game. Over the years, we've become a real duo. I'm not exactly sure when it happened, but it just clicks. We trust each other on the court, we trust each other off the court. Some of my favorite moments aren't even in games. It's the bus rides, getting food together, and just laughing at dumb inside jokes. I'm gonna miss playing next to you more than I can sit. We have massive shoes to fill, but I'm grateful for every moment we get to share from each other. Others doubted me, you haven't met. I doubted myself, you haven't met. Made me a better player, a better teammate, and a better person. So yeah, this is a little sad. Mostly, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being the best teammate and friend I could ask for. I know you're going to kill it in Italy. I can't wait to see where you end up. Even though you'll get across the world next year, I want you to know that I got your back just as well as that. Before we move on to the fun, we would also like to thank our managers and Jet, so Bella, Serena, and Emily, and Jet for recording our matches. It takes a village to have a successful season like this one, and it's not in any small part.
All right, seems like the speeches have come to an end. They're taking pictures now, so we can switch back to my headset mic. I know it was a bit hard to hear them there. My camera mic's not always good at picking up sound, and I apologize for that. But I did want to at least get back on the mic and take a chance to finish up some of the senior shout-outs that I was giving. I had already given them for 4 of the 5 seniors, but I left the best for last, and that is the co-captain number 1, Kristaps Vaivars. Of course, we know about how he broke the program all-time kill record today, and I mean that number, already speaks for itself. But we heard a lot of great things during those speeches about it. Coach Justin Suhu talking about how Kristaps Vaivars, he started as a middle hitter his freshman year, kind of got switched to a right side secondary hitter kind of role as a sophomore, where he would frequently be third on the team in kills in a match behind then seniors Charlie Purdue and Cam Jilick. And then his junior year last year, he became the top hitter on this team, and he took that top hitter spot and truly made it his own in a way that I don't think I've ever seen in my years covering this team. I've been live streaming games for Brookline High Boys Volleyball since 2021. Chris is the first player that I have covered all 4 years, as he played varsity all 4 years of his career. So that's very meaningful to me. Having been able to watch his growth, his switch to so many different roles, and then ultimately becoming the big-time leader that he was on offense. And, his fellow co-captain Alex Magula talked about, something about how, Chris can make his production look so easy on the court, but he is putting in so much work behind the scenes. And, I will say one thing that I've really loved about getting to cover high school sports, doing this thing that I do here, is that it really gives me an appreciation for greatness in a way that sometimes can be easier to take for granted when watching the pro game, because you really get to see just all the differences that go into it. Because with Vaivars, it's not just that he's athletic. It's not just that he can jump high and swing hard on those spikes. Like I said during the live stream today, he's got more than just a fastball. He's got, he's got the great spin on his roll shots when he goes for the top spin. He's got great touch when he goes for the dump-offs, to get them over the blockers or to get them into just the right spot. He's got great control, fantastic awareness. I mean, I've seen him twice have a hit where he realizes a blocker, his hands are right there, and he decides to turn it sideways so that he can deflect it off the blocker's hands. Incredible how he's able to do that. That he's able to, have so many things going on simultaneously, that not just is he watching the ball to make sure he times the pass right, but he's also watching the defense to make those kinds of moves. It's truly incredible. And as Smagula said during his speech, he can also, bounce the ball off the ceiling with how hard he hits his spikes. Enough really can't be said about what he has been as a leader to this program. And, Smagula touched on it a little bit about, how, when people doubted him, because Smagula came in as a freshman starting setter, and there were some growing pains. Smagula has developed into an elite player himself, but I remember his first year on the team back in 2023. There were some growing pains. There were some missed passes, some miscommunications, things like that. It wasn't as smooth as it is this year. And for him to talk about how Vaivars has always stuck by him, whether other people were doubting him or whether he was doubting himself, that's exactly what you want out of a leader. And Kristaps Vaivars has been that guy in so many different aspects of the game, both on and off the court, and in so many elements of his game, like I just talked about. Enough cannot be said about him. But like I said, if you really need it driven home, all you need to do is say that today he became the all-time program leader in career kills, which speaks to the excellence he has brought as a hitter year in and year out for these past 4 years. So hats off to Kristaps Vaivars. So I want to thank you folks for sticking with this live stream, even through, the bad audio pickup of the speeches and through all my ramblings. I love to get to do this whenever there's a senior day. in any sport that I get to cover. You know, I love to cover as many as I can. I know I can't be everywhere at once. Unfortunately, there are some senior days I'm going to miss. I mean, today I missed out on the baseball team's senior day because they were playing their senior day the same day as volleyball, and that just kind of happens. That's happened with volleyball the past couple of years. There's been days where I've missed out on senior days for them, but I'm glad I got to be here for this one, and I'm hoping I get the chance to cover a whole bunch of playoff games as Brookline, finishing the regular season with a record of 18-1, will likely be heading to the playoffs as the top seed, and I'll be looking forward to that. But I'm being called down. 1 second, folks. So I'm just gonna wrap up this stream real quick. I'll be right down. I'm just gonna wrap up this stream, but thank you all for watching today. Final score: Brookline 3, Wayland 0. Set scores 25-20, 25-23, 25-19 from Schlentz Gym. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the playoffs.